But moving on to social media, of course, you know we always drop topics so that you all can be a part of the conversation. To do that, use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. But today we're going to be talking about which is more preferable, dignity in labor or generational wealth. Let me not talk first. Titi, Titi, would you just want your father to just burn you inside that money, or do you want to hustle to make it yourself?
You know, it's a tough question, because I don't know what I would have done if, you know, my parents had like all that money. I don't know what I would have, you know, whether I would have been different.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I've seen a lot of families split up over money, have many different kinds of fights that we normal people, I say normal people now, never had. Those kind of arguments and issues that we never had, you know. Growing up with a silver spoon doesn't mean that they're going to be more healthy than the people that don't. It doesn't mean that they're going to be more successful than the people that don't, in my opinion. And just as much as they're given that money, it could be taken away from them.
Okay,
you know
so which would you really do? Generation or...
I would rather make my own money, man.
All right, okay, let's take this quick comment from Facebook. David DeAndre says, it depends. In other climes, dignity in labor, but in Nigeria, nah, it's generational wealth. That is why politicians keep stacking.
Wow.
Okay, I just have to say it in the way I think he said it. But MM, what's your take? Would you do generational wealth, or would you want to work for your own money?
To be honest, this is a really tough question, because dignity in labor. I mean, working for your own money is a skill that I would like to pass on to my kids. I mean, it's something that I would want them to, I wouldn't want them to just wait and depend on mommy and daddy's money. I also want them to, you know, go out there and hustle and work for their money. But generational wealth too, we've also seen how people squander, you know, monies passed on to them. And then we've seen businesses, a lot of businesses in Nigeria today that have died based on, you know, generational wealth being passed on to children's children. And because they've not been able to sustain it, because even these kids were not properly groomed. You know, to be able to maintain and sustain these businesses, even after it's being handed over to them. So it's very key to make sure that these skills, you know, learning to work hard, perseverance is being, you know, instilled in a lot of kids.
Okay, so let me take some tweets, some comments from Twitter, of course. We have Stark here, says, use Bill Gates or Dangote to answer this question and use the handler to compare. Okay. A man of war says, why you dey vex like this now? Olamilekon says, generational wealth. I don't come this world to suffer.
Wow.
Pastor to the bad boy says generational wealth. I mean, I would say generational wealth in this case of, for example, my grandfather has a fruit farm, and we were all brought up to, from primary school, we're already going to the farm. So in that case, I can start a fruit farm now because I'm knowledgeable in fruit farming. So that way I can continue the business. So generational wealth goes for me. But if you're not trained in that line, just go and hustle and make your own money. So there are
actually some families that have tried to groom their kids before in certain business, but you just see these kids don't even want to have anything to do with their business. I know a particular gentleman who started a hospital and had this huge hospital on the island, and he had 4 kids, and none of them wanted to have anything to do with. Imagine having a whole hospital and no kids to pass it on to that were interested. Now, they were all shareholders, but guess what? He had to employ someone else to be the MD, you know. So imagine having worked all your life and then your kids are not even interested. I don't know. Generational wealth comes with its baggage.
Yes, opinion. To be honest, it actually does. It does. And I also feel that kids shouldn't know what is going to be passed on to them over time, because I feel like it makes them lazy. And they don't want to do anything. They just want to just chill. Oh, after all, mommy and daddy are going to die someday, so all of this wealth is going to be mine. Yeah. But if they have to go through the gruesome, you know, hardship, struggle, maybe not hardship, but at least just go through some bit of, you know, struggle here and there, you know, which also would help you, you know, to build some resilience, to be able to deal with, you know, issues, to deal with people management, to deal with, you know, businesses, you know, even when it's being handed over to you. So for me, it's very key that, you know, kids are being taught the basic principles for, you know, being hard workers.
Okay, thank you so much, MM and TT. So I'm just going to take a few more comments that we have on Twitter. Sonny Collins says, generational wealth no go bad. And then Ibrahim Obello says, I choose generational wealth. Olu Mo of Ila Land says, when, okay, he's replying Ibrahim says that he says, when no fit last for your hand. Now that's also possible, because sometimes people are handed over a family business, like MM said, and then they can't handle it. But in a case where you can actually set up the structure and chase your own dreams, I think that's also valid. On that note, we've come to the end of social media, but you can still be a part of the conversation. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and let's know generational wealth or dignity in labor. We're going on a break, and we will be right back with relationship deal breakers. Gotta sit back, relax for this one. We'll be right back.